Threshold Guardian. Strange things happen near boundaries. James Glick wrote that in his classic book Chaos. He's a mathematician. When you attempt to reach a new level of knowledge, self-awareness, empowerment, creativity, and freedom from past enslavements, addictions, and entanglements, abusive relationships, etc., you are very likely to encounter threshold guardians, which may take the form of sabotaging characters within or without, or other adversaries and adversities that test your will, perseverance, and worthiness to advance to the next level. I have often encountered threshold guardians at the start of a valuable journey or life change. I used to regard these encounters as setbacks or hardships, but now I recognize threshold guardians as signs that I am on the right track. I thought that this principle, by the way, had broken down on a long road trip I took in February of 2023, where I wanted to do a huge writing, recording project. The details don't matter, and there was just one giant problem after another, especially with the electrical issues with my Sprinter van that I live out of 25% of the year and write out of when I'm on some of these trips. And this trip was designed more for writing than for going to a festival or sightseeing, so it was a huge problem. And I thought, okay, now this is finally breaking down, because normally, like, the more mechanical resistance I would often face some kind of big threshold guardian, an epic breakdown or something, at the start of a valuable journey. And the more valuable the journey, the more difficult might be that initial threshold guardian. But I thought, okay, this is just serving no purpose. But then, when I started writing about it, it turned into the whole epilogue of parallel journeys that would not have been created if it were not because I was thrown off of what I thought I was going to work on by all these difficulties. Now, yes, I turned that around myself, but that's a great way to make it happen. When threshold guardians appear, it is a sign that there is a treasure beyond the threshold. Summon your will to keep following the path with heart. So the idea is that the larger the dragons, the greater the pearl of great price, usually a greater consciousness that the dragons are guarding. And I left a link there to something written online that I didn't write, for a discussion of the threshold guardian archetype and examples from popular culture and classical myths. And then here I mentioned something about it. In the epilogue of my sci-fi epic, Parallel Journeys, I described a series of improbable mishaps during a road trip that had me wondering if my threshold guardian interpretation would hold up. It did, and it exemplified the principle that the bigger the dragon, the larger the pearl of great price it guards. Okay, I guess I'm repeating myself because I forgot that I added that. But you can read Parallel Journeys free on this website, and it involves many threshold guardian experiences.